school.
All right. As you guys are coming in, I'm going to put some documents in the chat. The first document is basically the wording in this PowerPoint. You can pretty much, you know, put that, you can make a post out of that and put a graphic. This is a great way to introduce the scanner to people. So I'm going to keep putting those in. Can you see them now in the chat? The
Yes.
ones that just joined?
Yep.
Okay, good. I'm going to. Pause that music. The second document is a graphic that I made up this morning. I think it's going to be a great way to introduce the scanner to people that don't know much about frequencies. So you can start with the inner voice, and the graphic I'm gonna share it with everybody that joins today. I'm gonna send it to you privately. I'm gonna make a list of who comes today. I'll send you the graphic privately. You can use it on your page, and then the wording is the inner voice meditation. So I'm gonna post it again in the chat.
Okay, but I'm not seeing it.
And I'll keep posting it at the end. So if you don't see it, I can always send them to you privately. And I'm also going to put them in the group. So don't get freaked out if you don't have it right now, but I will definitely get it to you. I have not used it yet, but I think it's going to be a phenomenal way to kind of introduce the inner voice, because the inner voice is really the most simplest way you can get people interested in the scanner. And then I'll kind of go over that a little bit more, but I want to kind of go over this PowerPoint. Sheila Day had asked me just a little while ago, hey, do we have a PowerPoint that kind of introduces the AO scanner? So I thought, hey, that's a great idea. I'll go ahead and kind of kill two birds with one stone, so to speak, and make the PowerPoint up, but it's very effective to even use that wording in a post on your Facebook and edit it, you guys. Edit it to your liking, you know. And if you don't like something in there, take it out, put something else in there. I don't care. You know, I'm all about just trying to support you guys and helping you with your business. What works for me may not work for you. I mean, and that's totally fine. You may find a different way that works for you. I'm trying to figure out, I pay for Canva, and I am trying to figure out how to make a team. I can see it, but I don't know how to add stuff to like a team board that y'all can go in there and edit and use whatever graphics I make up. The graphics in there are just, they're fun to make. They're easy to make. And I pay for the professional version of it. So I might as well start putting a lot of graphics in there.
Hey, Tammy.
I'm just so constantly busy that it's hard for me to just start dedicating time, but I am going to make that my, me and God kind of had a powwow, and I'm gonna make it my, my goal to work on content in the groups and content for the AO scanner, because that's my niche. We've got people on our team that are practitioners. They know how to read the scans. They can teach you how to read the scans. That's not my niche. I'll be honest with you. It's not my niche. I know how to read the scans enough to help the people that I help, but to get down and dirty with it like a doctor version, that's not me. I'll be totally honest with you. But promoting this thing and making a business out of it, I've been extremely successful with it. And it's just something that I'm very good at. So I think I'm going to focus on that, helping people how to promote this, how to make a business out of it.
Thank you.
You know, my highest month was 10 grand. You know, and I make anywhere between 5 and 10 grand a month with the AO scanner, and I want to build on that. I've kind of pulled back a little bit, but it's only because of my own personal things that have been going on. So it's time for myself to get myself out of the way and get to work again. So that's what I'm going to focus on, and I'm going to be here for my team to help them promote this, build a business. If you want to learn how to read scans and do that, be following the company calls, and we have an amazing team member, Becky Coots, that is got a program on that. Reach out to her. I mean, you have to pay for that program, but I think it will be very advantageous to any of you that are practitioners and you need to know, you know, the nuts and bolts of how to read the scans. Reach out to her. So I'm plugging her today in this because I highly respect her, and she's a very good friend, and I think that she can really help you on how to read the scans. I know she's helped me quite a bit. So without further ado, let's get into this this PowerPoint. The future is now. Okay, what is the future? Let's see if this will go forward. There we go. Oh. Let me introduce you to the future, the AO Scan Mobile. Let's see here. I've got some more people needing in, so let me get them in. I think yeah. If you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibrations. Nikola Tesla. The future of medicine is the medicine of frequencies. Albert Einstein. So what is the future? Again, let me introduce you to the AO scanner. All right, the AO Scan Mobile. What is the AO Scan Mobile? This is an educational tool that helps take the guesswork out of your health. The AO Scan is a powerful tool that helps you make informed choices to empower you on your journey to healing. Not only is it a biofeedback scanner and a frequency generator, but this tool helps you to put your health back into your hands. Wouldn't it be nice if you could know what your body would say if it could talk? If you asked your body what's going on with my liver right now or with my digestive system, wouldn't it be nice if within seconds you can get some more clarity and information about what's going on? I think that would be amazing, don't you? At an energetic level inside your body, that is what the AO scan technology can help you do with biofeedback scans. It will compare your body to over 120,000 blueprint frequencies that have been identified as optimal states of being. If any of those frequencies in your body don't match up with the blueprint frequencies, that means there's an imbalance present. When an imbalance is present, it can mean one of two things.
Can you blame her? I would have ran.
Maybe. Nope, I can't. If everybody can mute themselves. When an imbalance is present, it can mean one of two things. Either that there is an increasing inflammation risk within a certain area or a diminishing function risk. That simply means that there's either too much energy or not enough energy.
I hate to interrupt, but we can't see the PowerPoint.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Can anybody see it?
No.
Okay, let me stop sharing. I think I'm in the wrong. Let me share it again.
We can hear you fine.
Okay, let's see if share screen. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder what I did wrong. I was on share. Let me back up and I'll just kind of show you what it kind of looks like. My apologies. So here's the futures now. This is the beginning of it. And then here's Nikola Tesla and Albert Einstein. Let me introduce you to the future of the AO Scan Mobile. What is the AO Scan Mobile? I've already read that, so I'm giving you all the words to this, and I'll give you the PowerPoint too. Again, what wouldn't it be nice if you could know what your body would say if it could talk? Read that. And then the 120 different blueprint frequencies, I've read that. And then here is the vital scan. These are the different things. This is when you're running the scan. These are just graphics I used in the deal. Here's the vitals report and the CBC. So you can notice here's the legend that we follow. 5 being normal, 9 being high inflammation risk, and 1 being diminishing function risk. So it will not only identify these imbalances, but it will do something about them. I must have been on 2 different Zooms, you guys. Some of these people are coming back in. Okay. But it will do something about them by generating frequencies to help put your body back into balance. The AO scan technology helps to provide a solution to those areas that are needing more support. It's very gentle. This isn't something that's going to be in an on-off switch for every ailment that you've ever had. Rather, this technology helps to gently guide your body back into homeostasis it was designed to be in the first place. Not only can you scan and optimize, you'll get amazing detailed reports of the energetics of what's happening in your blood biology through the vital scan, but also in your physical anatomy through the comprehensive scan. So I showed you the vitals, and I think the next slide is the comprehensive. So here's the optimization. I think my slides are all messed up. I'll correct it and get that sent to you in the correct form. I don't know why it's not following the path I put it on. Here is the digestive. So here is, when you're looking at the reports, just to give you an idea, here's the prior to the optimization, everything on the right-hand side. You can see the percentage from ideal on this person is 19%. And that's a good number. We want it to be as close to 0% as possible. So before optimization is on the right, after optimization is on the left. So there's a lot of improvement there. Our scanners are amazing. So also within your emotional health, you can take that information and do something about it. You not only receive optimizing frequencies from the scans themselves, but you can take it a step further by using the CEFI program. Everyone needs CEFI in their life. It's our subtle energy frequency imprinter and broadcaster. With this program, you can select from hundreds of different frequencies that can support you no matter what you may be experiencing in your health and in that moment. It is completely customizable. You do not have to wear anything or be attached to anything to receive these frequencies. This is a quantum entanglement and quantum physics at its best. Here is the CEFI program, the menu. You can see we have many different categories. We have a custom playlist that we can actually create different playlists. We have quantum reach, which is kind of some affirmations. Quantum frequencies, there's over, last time I counted, there was over 200, I think, of different frequencies in that menu option. There's quantum affirmations. There's quantum flowers, which is the Bach flowers. You have your quantum chakras, which is the top 7 chakras. We know that there are many more. Quantum homeopathics, and that list has just been expounded on, and it is insane how many homeopathics are in there. We not only have the homeopathics, but we have the nosodes, the tissue cell salts, and then we also have a new or another category of the energetic homeopathics. And then we just recently got CEFI dots. CEFI dots are amazing little dots that you can apply to your body, imprint with frequencies, and they're amazing. So you can find those in your back office. Last night or Wednesday's call, we now have sharing packages, so you can log in and get those in case you're mailing any of those across the United States or the globe. They can be put in a protective pouch with a nice introduction card that will lead them back to possibly wanting their own scanner. So those little sharing packets are going to be nice. This tool is so powerful in supporting you and helping you to get back into balance where you belong. I welcome you to try out an introductory scan with the AO technology if you haven't already, or join us in a private education group on Facebook. And if you have a private group of your own, you can put that plug on the, on the PowerPoint. Feel free to use the PowerPoint. There is so much more to this technology, but at the very base and root of it all, it's just to empower you to put your health back into your own hands and give you the educational information that you need to make a more informed decisions for your health. And then this is just a graphic and a disclaimer, no representations contained in these materials is intended as medical advice and should not be used for the diagnosis or medical treatment. The AO Scan Mobile is not a medical device. It does not diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. So anybody have any questions about this PowerPoint? And then I'll share the new graphic I made and the wording for that and kind of explain to you what would be a good way to, to put that on your, and I'll show you how to put it on your Facebook page. If any of you don't know how to work that, I'll be happy to do that and go over it and show you me putting it in and sharing it. So any questions? I'm just going to open it up for any questions first, and then we'll go right into showing you the new Facebook post that you can make, or even Instagram. It doesn't matter. Go ahead with your questions.
Tammy, I have a question on the CEPI dots. If I want to send them, let's say to my my mom, she's in New York, I'm in New Mexico, how long will they hold their frequency for it to be effective for her?
They'll hold their frequency until she puts them on the body.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Once they put them on the body, that's when the frequencies start. I'm gonna tell everybody a little secret. I've had one CEPI dot on my inner leg above my ankle. Now I'm real ashy down there, so this is why. But it's been on there for 4 weeks. I'm not kidding you. With the little protective cover, and I take baths and showers. I take soaking baths, and it's still there. And I keep erasing it and imprinting it, and I still feel the effects of it. So that's just my little secret. So Lex may not want to hear that, but and I muscle test to see if it's still good, and it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
I guess while nobody else is asking anything, I have one more on the little pellets, the homeopathic pellets. Is that the same thing? Because same thing I have where I want to send them out, but how long will they hold?
Once you imprint them and you put them in their little box, that box is foil lined. That frequency will hold indefinitely unless they're compromised in some way, or until you erase and re-imprint. Okay, so that's something that I do when I'm doing my inner voice every morning. I keep a bottle of my pellets up. These aren't mine. Mine are hiding somewhere. But I keep a bottle of my pellets that, oh, maybe these are it. Yeah, these are it. I erase them before I do my inner voice or my easy scan. And then the suggestions that come up, if any of them are homeopathic, I go ahead and imprint the whole bottle with those, whatever the suggestions are. I take my 5 to 6 pellets, and then I'll either re-erase right after that or re-erase the next day when I do my scan. Because sometimes I take those pellets a few times a day. If I muscle test and find out my body wants it 3 times that day, then I'll keep it, you know, not erased until the next day.
Excellent. Thank you
Yep.
so much.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Yes, Miss Jen, Kathy. You're muted too. Maybe I need to unmute you.
Is this better?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yes. Okay, good. Sorry. So I have some homeopathic boron stuff I bought from Amazon, and you know, they're pellets. Can I clear those and imprint those, or does it have to be the sugar pellets we get, you know, especially imprint?
I personally, are you talking about like these little tubes of boron? Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally would not erase these. I would,
Because you think they're good. Okay.
yeah, I would keep these, but I would get some of the blank pellets from Solic. They're cheap. I mean, Dr. Amy Graham's on here and she knows the price of homeopathic pellets when you go and buy them. The box of, I think 25 are like, I want to say they're $34. I might be a little mistaken. And then you can get the whole, you know, the bulk. If you don't want to get the box, which I don't know why you wouldn't get the box, because then they have their own little foil lined boxes that you can send them out. I love that option. I send out homeopathic pellets all the time.
Okay.
So I would get those, and then it's another plug for your business if you're doing it within their boxes and stuff.
Okay, good. And then with the dog, with your little puppy, I just met someone yesterday, and I'm giving free treatments to his 16-year-old poodle.
Yeah.
Can they do homeopathic sugar pellets if they'll eat them?
They can, but I just throw them in their water bottle and let it dissolve.
Oh, good idea. Okay.
And also imprint not their water bottle, their water container, as long as it's not metal. If it's porcelain or whatever, or glass, that's what I do. I imprint Piggy's water bowl, and then I'll throw pellets in there if it's something specific I'm doing for her.
Okay.
Then I'll throw that pellet in there, it dissolves, and you can do that.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Thank you much.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Glad Piggy's doing good.
Oh, she was doing really good until yesterday, and I think the fronts that came in have got her. I don't know. I can't figure out what's going on, but she yelped yesterday when I picked her up. So I'm wondering if she doesn't have some joint issues going on. When I took her to Texas, Amber Mosley put her on her PEMF pad. Okay. And it was like she was like a brand new girl the next day. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to get one of those.
Right.
But her vet bills were like $3,800, and I'm still paying on them. And I'm like, oh, it's been tight financially.
Yeah. Well, but she pulled through. So she did. Good.
She did.
Okay, good.
Okay, Laura, you're not.
Hey, Tammy, maybe try
Go
the
ahead.
EE system.
Huh? Say again, Amy.
Maybe try the EE system with her. I've seen a couple of dogs really at an advanced age come around after being in the EE system.
Is that the that Jen and her mom went to recently? Y'all have I've got a place down here in Duncan or Durant, Oklahoma. I'm going to find out. That's about 3 hours from us. But I'd like to go and check that out.
Yeah, it's really good. My husband and I have experienced it, and we are very impressed, and we're thinking about perhaps purchasing.
Nice.
But if you go to eesystem.com, you'll find out locations and some information. I love them.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Graham.
Thank you.
I'm going to put that in the chat for everybody. eesystems.com. I don't know if that's right. what does the EE stand for? I've got a video on it. I can send everybody. It sounds like an amazing thing. It's this thing that you go and you sit in. It's kind of like our AO scanner, but
On
it's a little bit
steroids.
more. Yeah, it's a little bit more intense. Yeah.
It's energy enhancement system.
Oh, energy enhancement. There you go. Anybody that's on the call, if you'll private message me, I'll send you the little intro video, and then it has like how to find these practitioners, and they have the belief system, or the one that Jen went to. They have the belief system that they're there to help as many people as they can, so they don't charge like these huge astronomical prices. I think Jen said you can get like a 2-hour session for like $100. I mean, and that's insane for what it's kind of like a version of a med bed in a way. I guess you could say. Lori, I'm going to answer your question. I'm at work, so I can't talk. How many homeopathics do you use for each symptom? Can you clarify? Because on the homeopathic pellets, you can muscle test and ask the body how many they want for each specific symptom. Or if you're making a playlist with a few homeopathic symptoms in it, you can muscle test that too. So maybe clarify that question a little bit. Okay. Let me share this. I'm gonna see if I can stop share and show you this graphic I made. Let's see. Whoop. Let me go back here. I'm gonna pull it up, and then I'm gonna share my screen again. And I will figure out how I can build team things. Whoop. Are y'all there? Okay, I see you now. Let me.
Hey, Tammy, I can help you with the team share thing.
Oh, you're awesome. I was looking all over it this morning. I'm like, well, how do I even do that in here? And I know I'm paying for it. Okay, here is the graphic that I made up. How would you like your own custom made meditation music? 4 3-minute music files, 12 minutes total of meditation music customized just for you to balance your unique emotions. Put that on your wall. See if you get any hits on it. If you do, you can send them the verbiage that I sent you in the chat, or you can come up with your own, but I'll read that verbiage for you just so that you know what it's about, and I'll send this to everybody privately. So what that verbiage says is, wouldn't it be nice if you had your own custom-made meditation music that was designed just for you? That'd be pretty amazing, right? Guess what? You can with the AO Scan technology inner voice program. How? The inner voice takes 10 seconds recording of the sound of your voice, and the program will instantly create 4 customized music files that are designed just for you with the exact frequencies, tones, binaural beats, and more to support your emotional health and well-being. Did you know that the sound of your voice is a direct reflection of your emotional health? It can pinpoint how your negative emotions may be impacting your biology and physiology. All of this is possible thanks to the Inner Voice program, and it's easy and fun to do. The songs are incredibly relaxing, peaceful, and balancing, and because they're customized just for you, they are generated for your unique situation, whether you're feeling sadness, anger, or maybe you just have some repetitive thinking going on. Maybe you're feeling more conditional love versus unconditional love. Listening to these customized music files can help rebalance your energy. That's a typo, I'll fix that. Or rebalance your brain to guide you out of those negative emotional states back into a place of peace and harmony. Would you be interested in trying out the Inner Voice Scan and receiving your own custom meditation music? Reach out to me and at the link below, and I'd love to. And I said link because a lot of people have like a booking link that they can actually tie that to. I'd love to show you how wonderful this program can be and how much you can benefit from it. So then this would give you the opportunity to maybe provide, I said introductory scan, because some people don't like complimentary. They'd rather charge for, you know, a little bit of money for their time, and I get that. So you can change the wording in there, but you can even put some little emojis in there to make it more attractive when you put it on Facebook. But put that graphic, maybe put the explanation under that, or don't put the explanation. Just put the graphic, see if you get any hits. Then you can send this in a private message to the people in Facebook or Instagram or however you're working. You can make it an email, whatever you prefer, and send it to the person that's interested. So you can kind of keep that off Facebook. The whole thing about, you know, being really successful with promoting is to just give them enough information to make them come ask you for more. That way you're not salesy, you're not, you know, spammy Tammy, you know, because spammy Tammy can get pretty spammy. So, you know, that way, you know, it takes the heat off of them. It makes them come to you, and that's what you want. I'm one of these people that, you know, I'll introduce you to something. If I don't hear, I'm not one of those people that keep following back. I just don't. If it resonates with you, they want it. And I've got a lot of followers that just trust me for what I do, and those people will get started just because they want to do what I'm doing. So if you're sharing, you know, what it's doing for you, what it's doing for your animals, and then you post something about that, people are going to reach out to you and say, hey, how can I get one of those? You know, so be open with these people and share with them. Do you need me to show you how I put it on Facebook? If you do, I'll be happy to do that. Okay. I'm going to open it up to some more questions. Let anybody ask any questions that you wish. It can be pertaining to this. It can be pertaining to the business. Whatever you want to ask, I'd be happy to answer.
Okay, Tammy, this is Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn.
Where are you going to put this beautiful picture and the verbiage?
I'm going to put it in the QLA group, the AO Scan QLA group.
Great, thank you.
And then if you want it privately, send me a message and I'll send it to you privately if it's easier. I don't have any problem doing either. I'm going to put it.
Thank you.
I'll probably put it in the guides as, I think it's curiosity posts is where you'll find it. And then, yeah, you'll just go to the guides and type in curiosity post, and there's a whole list of them. I've been working on some of them, but this is a new one.
I didn't know that. So
Yeah.
the website, your website for AL Scan.
Well, it's actually
It'll be under curiosity.
Yeah, it'll actually be in, I've got two sites. AO Scan for Life is our educational one. And then AO Solex Independent Quantum Advocates. This is our business builders. So if you go to this group and go into the guides, it'll be under curiosity.
Okay.
And I've got quite a step. I'm still working on this, guys. I'm trying to make this. If you've seen Joyce Gimfield's LifeWave, I hate to bring that up, but if you've seen her website, she teaches you how to be a network marketer with those LifeWave patches. That's what I'm trying to copy even in this with the Solex. So I'm working on it. But I think it's under curiosity post or social media business. There you go.
Okay.
That's what where you're going to find it.
So much of this is so good if you can find it. I mean, not just you, but everybody does this.
Well, I think the whole key is to, and I know how to do it. I just need more help doing it because I'm just, it's just me doing all this. I don't have several people helping me like some others do. And maybe that's my own fault. I don't know. But with these, like with these other places that or other companies that I've seen, what they'll do is they'll give you a curiosity post, they'll give you the verbiage, and then on the educational side, say you invite people to the educational site, then you can tie it to the business site too. So it kind of gives you the verbiage of everything. And it's just so fluid. That's what I'm trying to work towards.
Well, I really appreciate that because you're so good at it. And I wish, it just seems like Solex, everybody is selling Solex like crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm not, but I'd like to be.
Yeah.
But I need help.
Yeah.
So.
And that's, you know, when I said I had a powwow with God, that's, you know what, I was all over the place. I was like, I've got people that want to know about how to read the reports, and that's not me.
Yeah.
I know enough to help because of all of my education, but I'm still being educated. You know, I'm getting my doctorate in homeopathy. I'm getting my doctorate in naturopathy. I'm still working on those things. That's not my niche, but I'm a powerful network marketer. Yeah. I know how to do that. So God said, this is where you need to be focusing your time, and this is where you need to be helping your team. I'm like, okay, got it. Noted. That's what I'll focus on.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate everybody too. I mean, I've got such a great team, and they're all supportive. Now I want to be able to help and support everybody else, because I've been successful, but I've got to teach you guys how I've been successful. So let's just go for it. And I want to be at the next trip. So we need to work towards that.
Amen to that.
Yeah, and I agree. Why reinvent the wheel?
Yeah,
I agree with whoever wrote that.
Yeah. And I've got mentors I can follow with this. I've had other businesses I've been in, and they're doing this, and it's the top leaders that have been doing this. So it's like, I've kicked myself in the rear and said, get after it. So this is what I'll be focusing on in the next few weeks, getting both sites up and running where it's more fluid, where you can find some things. The guides will be very laid out. I mean, I started it, and they are beautiful to start out with, but I just kind of dropped the ball. I haven't continued because I got a little lost. I mean, we all go through those times, and I'm back on track. So I know what I need to do, and that's where I'll be headed. And I'll take anybody's suggestion. If anybody wants to help, they're more than welcome to come in and help. You know, whatever, you know, suggestions they have, if they want to help, you know, moderate the group, whatever they want to do, I'll be happy to let them help. Any other questions that I can help anybody with? And every week I'll be focusing on something new. I think I'm going to do this on a weekly basis, not a bi-weekly. I've discussed it with Scott, and he agrees. And now that he's self-employed, you know, I can make the time to do it on the weekends. So I think every Saturday we'll do, you know, a business building, team building, teach you how to get after it, and, you know, do on Facebook. Now I hear TikTok is just booming. I don't know anything about TikTok. So I'm going to learn it, and I'm going to try to pass that on to everybody else. Instagram is another thing I'm not very good at, but with my recent post, someone said, Tammy, start using hashtag this, this, and this. And I'm like, okay, but I don't even know what I'm hashtagging. You know, they said, as long as it's got big, you know, big posts, hashtag it. I'm like, okay. So when you put in hashtag and you start typing a word, it'll tell you how many posts there is, like if there's thousands or just hundreds, you know, and you know that's not a good choice. So if it's hundreds, but if it's thousands, you know, you'll get a lot of sight by using, and people will see what you're posting if you use that. So like I said, I don't know much about Instagram, but I'm going to make it my due diligence to figure out all these different platforms, because Facebook is just getting more and more censored, and people are
Should be around the corner in that.
I kind of hate the platform, but that's how
you don't know where it is.
So
I don't know what to do.
Okay, I muted her. All right.
And Facebook is just overwhelmed with people selling things. I had a bad experience where I liked this lady's post. I just clicked like, And she got back with me and she sent me videos and oh my gosh, I don't want to be that way.
Yeah. See, I'm never that way. I mean, the only people I respond to are people that come and approach me about stuff. If you don't approach me, you're not going to hear about me. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing because, and maybe that's wrong. I heard someone say, you know, just recently with another business I'm in, well, if you don't share it, you're being stingy. I'm like, well, I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it on my Facebook post. And if they're interested, they can come to me because I don't want to be that pushy, spammy Tammy. You know,
Yeah. Well, she actually went through her likes and she says, I noticed you liked my post. Would you like another video? So I said, sure, you know.
Yeah.
But then it was all, oh my goodness. It's this company that I don't like. So
yeah, I get myself in those troubles too.
yeah, that's what I did. I got myself in trouble. So I just told her what I had experienced with the product and it wasn't positive.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for all your help. I appreciate it.
Welcome. You're welcome. Any other questions or concerns or what do you want to see? Give me some suggestions.
Well, I don't, okay, here's something. I did a health fair probably about a month ago and I thought, oh, this is just wonderful. I got people that wanted to do scans and I didn't have time at the actual, I did some scans while I was there and I didn't charge for them, but so the people that wanted to scan, I said, well, give me your name and phone number and I'll get back with you and we'll scan you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I have sent them texts and I have sent them like pictures of what we do. And I go, it only takes 10-15 minutes. It's free. And they just ignore me. And finally I started putting on there, please tell me if you don't want to hear from me. And one lady did, which is fine. But it's like, why would you say you wanted a free scan and then just totally ignore me? And what can I do with those people? Just write them off?
If you've reached out to them and they have not responded in a positive manner, I would. I mean, as much as don't waste your time because basically if you're having to chase people, they're not going to be interested. Let the people chase you. You know,
Hey, Carolyn, something that I've learned also is things happen in people's lives. We just don't always know what's going on. There could have been some major thing happening. They're off on something else. They will reach back out to you if they're meant to be with you. So don't have any attachment to yeses or nos. There could be some other things going on that you're not aware of.
Yeah. And then this one lady, they just sound so interested. And years ago, I used to sell another product and people would say, well, we're so busy this week. We're having a birthday party. And it's like, oh my gosh, you know, I used to do thousands of things and maybe then have a birthday party, but you know, it just seemed like I have to wash my hair type of thing. I can't go to the party because I have to wash my hair. They're putting me off is the point.
Yeah.
So I'm just amazed. I mean, if I would have been charging $50 because other people at the conference were charging, like the Reiki lady was charging, the lady beside me was charging, and I was doing a free scan and they're like, not, but I did get a sign up from that. So, and I love working fairs, but there's just not enough of them.
Yeah.
So I got a sign up and I got 2 ladies that did the voice that I'm doing the voice every day for. And that's really fun for me. It's just like, I'm finally doing something because I haven't done any, I mean, yeah. And so for me, also, I'd like to know about, you know, I have friends that are just like, this one friend, I scanned her a while back and she wasn't interested at all. And she had a terrible cold. And I says, well, I can send you some frequencies on sore throat, blah, blah, blah. What's that number 20 mean? You know, I'm sure, you know, she just had all these questions and I'm sure when she gets medicine from the doctor, she doesn't read through and have questions. But people question this so much. They don't get frequencies. They don't understand it. And so like, they're not going to buy into it. They don't understand it. So
those are the people, Carolyn, that they'll
just
come back
leave it
around
alone.
to you. Yep, they'll come back around to you when they start seeing or hearing about it again. They'll go, gosh, I remember Carolyn talking to me about this 6 months ago. I need to go talk to her again because this is really a thing. You
So what
know,
you're saying, don't chase them.
I would not chase them. I've learned that
Okay.
in all my network marketing companies that I've been successful in every one of them. I do not chase people. If it's not for you, I am not going to keep contacting you, because that is a waste of my time.
Okay.
Hey, Carolyn, I don't know if you're a Christian, but what really released me from a lot of that is when you trust God is going to bring your people. When you are authentic and you are your own authentic self, the people that are meant to be in your circle resonate with that. So don't have any attachment to it, because when you're chasing people that weren't meant to be yours, it's exhausting and it drains your energy. Trust God to bring your people. Okay. It's just so freeing.
And
Okay,
perfectly
thank you.
said. Perfectly
Appreciate
said.
that.
That's kind of, when I quit my job, Carolyn, at the nursing home as a medical biller, I quit it because I was making enough money with Solex and my other business that I thought, why am I working full time? I can be doing this on the side. It scared me to death. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And all I heard God tell me was that show up every day and do your best. Okay. Well, what does that look like? It doesn't matter. Just show up every day and do your best. And that's
Yep.
what I tell everybody,
Yep.
is just show up and God will direct your steps.
Well,
It's God-fearing.
I get that. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I get to show up, but then it's like, what do I do when I show up? I'm retired, so I don't need this for an income,
Yeah.
but my whole life I've loved level marketing. Excuse me. And so I thought, well, I've got time now. I can do this because I have time now.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't have anything to do.
That's your verbiage right there. Instead of saying, I've got the time to work this network marketing company, change your verbiage to, now I've got time to help more people with their health.
Oh, absolutely. That's part of it too. But
So-
I would not say I agree.
Yeah, wake up
because
saying that.
I
And
got
like Sheila.
at the health fair, there was this man that could not speak or talk or hear.
Yeah.
And I got to scan him, and his caregiver that was just wonderful. I absolutely love that. Because
put that on your Facebook. Say, that the health fair, I was able to scan this man that was, deaf and couldn't speak. And it was such a beautiful time to be able to help somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave that on your post. Then people start to know your heart.
That was the best part of the because I do want to help people, because the Solex is awesome.
Yeah. And then maybe put, wake up every day. And one of the things I'm going to tell you and I've taught this in courses before, and maybe I need to do that again, is teach you how to do social media. But wake up every day and work on your algorithm on your Facebook. Put a beautiful graphic on, gratefulness or something like that. Maybe a little bit later in the day, ask a question of your people. If you wanted to travel anywhere in the world, where would you want to go? That way you're getting some interaction with people and then respond to them. Because the more activity you have on your Facebook page, the more people are watching you. And before you know it, they're reaching out to you because they're like, what has she got? What does she have? I had a lady when Piggy Britches was sick. She said she'd been following me for 4 years. I'd never recognized her name or anything. She reached out to me in a private message, and I was like looking at my Facebook going, who is she? She's been following me silently for 4 years. Reached out to me and said, I would really like to know more about this scanner. I've watched you and watched you and watched you. You have stuck with this, and I want to know what this is. And I went, wow, I didn't even know who she was. So you never know who's watching you, who's seeing your posts, who's reading your stuff. And then I had several people that I forget, I put something on there about checking the algorithm, just say hi or whatever, or you're going to be deleted. I had people that I didn't even know was following me say, don't delete me. I read everything you write. I just don't comment. And I'm like, oh, okay. So you just never know. You never know. Just be the light in the room.
You're definitely the light.
I think everybody that I'm associated with is, I mean, we all have our days. I mean, I know when Piggy was sick, I was not on Facebook very much, except for to share about what was going on with her. And I'm glad I did, because that made an impact, I think, throughout the Solex community with animals. It ignited something. And I've been hearing of a lot of the QLAs that now starting to work more with animals. I think they're kind of, not thought about enough with our scanners. And that's an area that we can really focus on and work with. So.
Can I add,
Yeah.
the thing about how we approach the business and the people that are involved and not involved, and praying about it and giving it to God. Remember, we are the forefront of teaching the world about energy. And if we don't get that ourselves or recognize that in our present mind on a daily basis, that message is going to be watered down. So when you're dealing with someone, then you don't know what to do with them, or you don't know what to put the energy out there.
Yeah.
Practice what we're doing here, apart from the AO scanner, in our own hearts and minds. So like, I've dealt with people that I really would rather not, and I literally will make myself say, I love you.
Yeah.
You were created by God.
Yeah.
You have a purpose and in my mind, I am throwing love on the person that they either intimidate me, or they've got kind of a look on their face that intimidates me, and I kind of want to shy away. But I've taken that energy and put it toward that person, between me and that person, privately, quietly. They don't know about it, and the whole relationship has changed.
Oh, yeah.
So like, we get to practice this at the drop of a hat with our hearts, which is what the AO scanner is doing energetically also, right? But it's all
Yes.
energy.
Yeah.
So that's just something I've learned, and something that I've seen a difference, and then it changes my heart too. So yeah, just that point.
I love that, Jen, and you're absolutely right. And something that I love about you is, and I've watched you, because you'll get on Facebook and do a live, and you're just so vulnerable. You're like, I don't even know if I'm doing this right. I'm like, people love that, because we've all got to learn it, and sometimes people don't know how to do the Facebook lives, and you're at least stepping into that space and trying. And I think that really ignites people and lets them know what your heart is too. And that, sharing your vulnerability with people makes them see that you're a real person. You're human, just like everybody else.
Yep.
So if you'll show a little bit of that to your people that follow you, you'll be amazed at what they come at you with and say, hey, I want to do what she's doing. She's successful. They don't understand why, and it's because they're watching you.
Thanks. Good. Thank you.
So keep it up.
Tammy, I have a question.
Yeah.
There's a nice PDF in our back office for a brochure, and limited time. I was trying to convert it into Canva, but it's a PDF, so it's difficult to do. Has somebody already done that to where we can just like send it to a printer and print?
Not that I know of, and I talked to Shelby about this, and they were supposed to fix it. So I'll go in there and play with it and see what I can figure out.
I
Okay.
actually, for my health fair, I actually printed those off and then took them to a printer and had them do front and back. But it was in color, it was quite expensive.
Yeah.
You can do it through Canva pretty reasonable.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll see if I can play around with it.
And glossy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did some with Canva, and I did some with a printer. But I didn't do the front and back with Canva. I just did the front. They weren't too bad.
Okay. Solex is starting to come out with some pretty amazing marketing materials, but they need to get busy on some more.
Yes, they do.
I agree. But it just seems like everybody's so successful. Why should they? So.
Yeah. And that's why we've been successful, is because you're having to do it on your own. And I think that's the reason why so many of us from the very beginning have been successful. We had to create our own wheel, so to speak. All right, any other questions, concerns? You guys are awesome.
You're awesome. We really appreciate this.
Hey, no problem. And I'll get where I can share that PowerPoint. I'll make it where you can edit it. You can do whatever you want to with it. Maybe that'll help anybody that, wants to build a business.
Absolutely.
And then I'll work on, extra things in the groups and get some content going. That's going to be my plan through the winter time, is really just to focus and get that a well-oiled machine so that you can build a business. Okay. All right. Love you guys. I'll call it a Zoom then.
Love you too. Y'all have a blessed weekend.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tammy.
You're welcome.